What is a heat dome?
The UK broke its record for the hottest day in May, with 33.5-degree temperatures on Monday near London, according to the National Weather Agency. Britain saw its hottest year on record in 2025, while climate advisors have urged the UK government to adapt infrastructure like schools and hospitals for a warming planet. Meanwhile, residents are concerned about these unusual high temperatures.
I'm worried because, this is our planet, there's no planet B, and I really think that we should protect our country with all that we can.
Good luck, kid. Why the fuck am I staring at the Israeli flag?
Tens of millions of people right here in Europe are sweltering under temps that are unusually high and that have come unusually early. The record-breaking temperatures are made possible by an exceptionally warm air mass moving up from North Africa. In some places, the mercury is a whopping 16 degrees Celsius or 29 degrees Fahrenheit higher than the average for this time of year.
England, notorious for its unpredictable weather, is right now a sure bet for outdoor swimming fun. Temperatures in the UK soared above 30 degrees Celsius, shattering a record for May that has stood for 8 decades.
Love it. Amazing. I mean, we don't know how long it's going to last for.
It's unusual in the UK, but I'm so happy. I feel like the Mediterranean.
You know, weather's to be enjoyed, and when we have days like this, I think just lap them up and, embrace and, have a cold drink.
The first major heat wave of the year is hitting Europe unusually early. It's mainly...
We love our human resilience, don't we, folks?
...caused by a stable heat dome that has settled over the continent like a lid. Spain is sweltering in nearly 40-degree heat, and France has issued its first ever May heatwave alert. Authorities are urging people to stay hydrated.
It's important to leave very early in the morning. We left home at 7:30. I've got a bottle of water. You have to remember to stay hydrated and then just keep walking at an easy pace.
Forecasters predict another stifling summer for Europe.
There's a consensus among the models pointing to a fairly strong indication that this summer will be warmer than average. Of course, we don't know whether it will be really hot or just a little warmer.
Do you think it's a mental illness that a lot of people will willingly go outside, burn their skin, and increase their likelihood of cancer? In fairness, the research that we have on the damage the sun does to your skin is relatively new. If you're like 40 or older, you probably didn't grow up hearing about it, and it can't, unless somebody really sits you down, like, you just might not be aware, Like, people have known for a long time that if you're in the sun too long, you get a higher risk of cancer, whatever. But up until recently, I think we really underestimated how severe those effects can be.
And of course, it's not just humans enduring the high temperatures. Here in Berlin, these Siberian tigers...
Wait, even like normal sun exposure? Yeah, you should like always wear sunscreen like every day, no matter what, basically. I mean, if you're literally not leaving the house that day, you're probably fine. But yeah, no, you really got to be careful. Wait, why? Please explain what research? What do you mean? Just Google like effective sun exposure. Google like dermatologists recommend wearing sunscreen every day. Just any, there's a number of keywords that you could potentially type in that will give you the information that I'm referring to. It's not like one study. It's a consensus in the field now, but it's a relatively new consensus. You can still get your vitamin D and you can still get a tan. My understanding is you can still get a tan when you wear sunscreen. You can still get your vitamin D. The purpose of sunscreen is to block the rays that cause you cancer. You still get, not as much, but you do get the vitamin D. You do get the higher melanin count in your skin. All tanning is skin damage. That is not necessarily true. No, the melanin production in your skin is a response to sun exposure, but the melanin production itself is not harmful to you at all. Like you can expose your skin to sun without exposing it to the radiation that destroys your cells. I just take a vitamin D supplement. Well, that helps too,
Took a dip to beat the heat at the zoo. Cool cats.
Lucky cats there.
Melanin production is a direct response to UV-caused skin damage. Okay, hold on. Am I incorrect on this? My understanding is that these are overlapping but not perfectly identical effects. That with sunscreen wear, you can still get a tan, but you're preventing the UV damage. You won't get as tan as quickly, though. Yes, you're very incorrect, but other people are saying I am correct. A tan is UV damage no matter what. Can you tan through sunscreen? You can tan through sunscreen. Is it always bad to get a tan? Dermatologically speaking, there's no such thing as a healthy tan, any darkening of your skin. My understanding was that you could, there was a way to prevent the bad rays from getting through while still prompting the production of melanin. It wasn't just UV damage that produced that effect. It's more about amount. Well, yeah, sure, you're going to get like varying amounts, of course. Obviously, like a light tan is probably not going to give you melanoma, but you know, I thought there was a... You can still tan while having sunscreen? Yes, but according to what I'm looking at right now, that tan is indicative of skin damage. Like, that's you still getting skin damage despite the sunscreen. Huh. There is no such thing as a healthy or safe tan. Interesting. Well, guess I've been I've been unintentionally living the correct lifestyle. See, this is exactly what I mean when I say that there is an overwhelming consensus in the field dermatologically, but a lot of people aren't caught up in it. Now we know there's literally no healthy way to get a tan. Getting a tan is the same thing as getting skin damage from the sun. Get your vitamin D through supplements, I guess. Shame, you know, I think a healthy tan, a bit of a oxymoron, I guess, but I think a bit of a healthy tan looks good, but, you know, that's life, I suppose. Are we as a species not supposed to exist in the sun? Sometimes what's in nature ain't good for you, you know? The thing is, there's not really, like evolutionarily, there's not really that much that you can do about UV rays to an extent. If you have exposed skin, like the damage that UV rays do to DNA is just kind of a given, right? For all we know, ancient humans probably like slept in huts during the day and then did their shit at night. I don't fucking know, whatever. We have the research. It's okay. I'm tanking a lot of sun damage. Do I move the farm inside? Kowalski, unironically, there is a reason why farmers of ye old wore long-sleeve shirts and long pants. A lot of farmers these days wear tank tops and then are, like, confused that they're always getting sunburnt, which is a little odd. Yeah, wear a giant hat. Vaush, you can tan relatively safely. The sunscreen filters out some of the most deeply penetrating UV rays, which cause DNA damage. I'm literally correct about this. A lot of people are claiming they're literally correct about stuff today. You know that? How am I, the humble streamer, supposed to parse the information? Listen, if you're going to go outside, wear sunscreen. And also wear a big hat.
Not just the Siberian tigers are looking for answers. Yeah, they're making our meteorologists laugh as well. I want to pull in senior meteorologist at my radar, Matthew Capucci. Matthew, it's good to see you. You know, we get serious for just a moment here. We know that these high temperatures are the result of what is known as a heat dome. Explain this to us. What is a heat dome and why are we seeing it already in May?
Yeah, so a heat dome is this ridge of hot, dry, sinking air. And as the air sinks and dries, it warms even more. So it's sort of this self-reinforcing process in the atmosphere. And the other thing that's key is because this heat dome is like a...
Interesting one of a 92-year-old female who used UV protective moisturizers on her face, but not on her neck for 40-plus years. Yeah, I've seen plenty of examples like this. Though it's worth noting you do not have to wait until you are 92 years old to see the difference in this effect. Have you seen what 30-somethings in Florida look like? Seriously, like, have you been to Florida and looked at like beach-going white women look like? A lot of them genuinely look like they're in their 50s.
Magic force field in the atmosphere, it deflects the jet stream, it deflects any clouds, any weather systems. So you get no real relief to the heat until this heat dome finally breaks down. And this one is particularly impressive. Only about 13 out of every 1,000 heat domes become this strong, meaning it's no surprise we're so far above average temperature-wise, with temperatures across much of Western Europe running about 12 degrees Celsius above average. We have confirmation now that the UK just saw their hottest May temperature on record. That was about 33.5 degrees at London's Heathrow Airport. The previous record, so back in 1944, was 32.8 degrees. So this one, very impressive.
And so you say this is a muscular heat dome that is early. Do we know why?
Part of it is sort of natural variability. You're bound to get high and low pressure systems in the atmosphere, and sometimes these high pressure heat domes do overachieve a little bit, but we also have to superimpose that atop a backdrop of a warming climate. So yeah, I mean, this would be hot either way, with or without climate change, but when you're constantly kind of raising that...
I work in construction. All the Mexican guys wear sun shirts and big hats. The white guys all wear tank tops. You know what? Genuinely, this is a tendency that I have noticed. Yeah. 100%. I think it speaks to a kind of arrogance, which is that undocumented immigrants coming up from Mexico are coming from a culture where people haven't deluded themselves into thinking that they're above the environment. But in America, that is absolutely the norm. Like, America is wealthy and prosperous enough that enough people live in air conditioning that people genuinely like forget we're animals on a planet. But in like a poor part of Mexico, you probably still have practices like, you know, sleep during the hottest part of the day, open the windows during this part of the day. Like, you still regulate your environment in a way that respects the effect that nature has on your, you know, on your life. A lot of us just forget this, you know? A lot of us just forget this. I've seen the same thing, though. I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles, right? I saw lots and lots of, like, landscapers who, like, the people who run the business are white and they wear a tank top, and the people who work at the business are Mexican and, like, 5 feet tall, and they wear the big hats and the white button-up shirts and so on.
Baseline, you're more likely to get these record events. I sort of liken it to playing a game of basketball. You know, I'm not super tall, but once in a while, I might, by pure coincidence, get a slam dunk. But if suddenly I was a couple inches taller, or the floor was coming up, boosting me up a little bit, I'd be more likely to reach the basket and get a slam dunk.
Yeah. Well, let me see if you can make a three-pointer here. Is it possible to predict what the rest of the summer is going to be like? Because I will say it's unusual here in Northern Europe.
It's going to suck.
To be talking about this, and we haven't even seen the 1st of June.
That is a dumb analogy, but, you know, they're doing the best they can in the face of the end of the world.
I mean, are we going to be talking about this come 1st of August and 1st of September?
Yeah, I think this could be another toasty summer in Europe, unfortunately. You know, we're already around 40 degrees Celsius in parts of the Iberian Peninsula. You know, Spain and Portugal are running well above average right now. I do think this particular heat dome will break down Wednesday into Thursday, and then we should be back to more seasonal and climatological norms for at least the next 2-ish weeks. But come deeper into June, once again, we'll probably get entrenched into another pretty hot pattern. And unfortunately, in a place like Europe where air conditioning is not as common, that can lead to serious issues with excess morbidity, stuff like that can really be dangerous for the population there.
It's because they don't want to look more brown. The Mexican guys that I saw working landscaping in LA did not need any help looking brown. I really don't think it's because they don't want to be more brown. I think it's more because they don't want to, like, burn all day. You know? In the summer, I wear tank tops because it's just hot. Kowalski, you've been watching me for long enough to know this. Wearing a tank top feels hotter than wearing a breezy linen white shirt. There's a reason why, like, in all cultures, people in really hot, sunny climates wore long-sleeve, breezy shirts. I'm just saying, you know there's a better way. I'm not telling you how you should dress. I'm just saying that, you know, you're a handsome fella, and you should take care of yourself, as you clearly do in many other respects in your life.
And let me just ask you, among meteorologists, when you're talking about these heat domes and heat waves that are the result, do you talk about Northern Europe being particularly vulnerable to excessive heat compared to what the situation would be, let's say, in the United States?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. You know, upwards of 60-70% of homes in the U.S. have air conditioning. I know that's just not nearly as common in Europe, particularly in areas where you have an aging population atop already having a lack of air conditioning. That makes these sorts of events all the more dangerous. What's most concerning, overnight low temperatures are warming faster than daytime highs. And overnight periods are really important because that's kind of the body's natural cool down period. So not only...
Yeah, that's what'll kill you. You can tolerate high temps during the day, but when it settles in at night, that's the shit that'll kill you. Here, let's finish this off. We looked at DW. Let's cross west a little bit and look at France 24 as well. Then we'll cap off the world is ending bit for today. Maybe. No promises.
It's record-breaking heat for the month of May. With temperatures upward of 33 degrees Celsius Monday afternoon, London is having weather typically seen in southern Europe. So while some are enjoying the sunshine, a rare treat for the English capital, others are growing concerned about the unusual weather.
I think it's quite scary because I think it's going to get worse every year.
It's a little too hot. Yeah, I'm British, so I'm like, give me 16 degrees.
This is the hottest it's been in, like, years, I think.
The sweltering heat spreading across the UK and France is caused by a specific phenomenon, a heat dome. A massive hot air can build up in still conditions and gets pushed down by the high pressure of Earth's atmosphere.
If you want that classic style inspo, by the way, there are literally like a million pictures of British explorers going down to darkest Africa, and they wear the same shirts every single time. There's a reason they do be dressing like that, and it's not just racism. That might be part of it, though. These guys were pretty racist. You can kind of get that vibe from the picture, too, in my opinion.
It traps the air and acts like a lid. The hot air remains trapped under the dome, causing it to heat up even more. It's the same mechanism that has been affecting India for weeks, with temperatures exceeding 45 degrees in several southern cities. And last winter in the United States, a heat dome pushed temperatures above 40 degrees on the west coast. In Canada, the phenomenon led to wildfires in 2021, following an all-time high of 49.6 degrees. They burned more than 1,000 acres of land. And the events are becoming increasingly extreme due to global warming.
A heat dome is a weather phenomenon that has always existed but is now being amplified by climate change, leading to extreme heat in May and June. That would have been completely unthinkable in the past.
I guess to cap it off, if you take a look at the heat dome down there in New Delhi, which is really, 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 really bad, a lot of people are wearing long flowing clothing, you know? Not everyone, but a lot of people. It's a good tendency. It's not all fashion. I'm just trying to offer advice. Just trying to help. Just trying to help. This is Vaush's revenge for making fun of his hat. Dude, it was fucked up that people were making fun of my fucking hat, dude. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Utah and hike around for a bit in 85-degree weather. I got a big hat, and people in chat are like, LARPer, fucking, oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm ready for the heat. My bad. Oh, my bad. I'm not gonna fuck. You know what? You know who didn't get? Guess who won the didn't get a sunburn once award? Didn't get a sunburn once award. Guess who's got that? Sorry, I don't have it pinned to my chest right now. 5 fucking days in the sun, and I didn't get a single sunburn. Oh, he's a LARPer. Well, dude, you're not. You can't wear the hot sunny hat. It's not like you're going to a hot and sunny place. Fuck you. There was one person that called you a LARPer. I'm still mad. I'm still fucking mad, dude. This is the shit you need to be wearing if you're going to Utah. Yeah. The like mullet sun hat things. Yeah. These are like genuinely maybe the best protection that you can get for headwear. Yeah. These are super, super, super good. I think they look bad, but your life is worth more than aesthetics. And you could probably pull off the look if you knew what you were doing. I don't want to wear these. I would prefer to wear a gigantic hat, but these are very good for protection. Yeah. It would probably look better if these were 2 separate items, you know what I mean? Like if you had a baseball cap over a wrap that you have around the back of your neck. And this is just an incorporation of those 2 pieces together. So you could probably like recreate this in a very stylistically, you know, interesting way. But again, it's not meant to be stylish. It's meant to be like, it's meant to help you not get skin cancer. What's the name of the hat style you have? Big sun hat. I don't know. Big hat. Yeah, this is like a classic safari fit. I know what people are thinking. They're thinking he's doing the bit again, but like genuinely, you want to be protecting yourself from the sun. It's only going to get worse. I need you to understand, okay? As bad as you think it is right now, for the rest of your life, it's only going to get worse with regard to climate. I need you to, it's not exaggeration, it's not doomer, it's not pessimistic, it's factually correct. This is the opinion of like everyone who works in any field even adjacent to climate, okay? You don't want skin cancer. Trust me, the healthcare is not going to get less expensive for anyone on Earth anytime soon. Is this a good UV shirt? Listen, if the clothing says it's UV rated, it probably will protect you, all right? You're not going to win any style points with these fisherman shirts, but yes, these will protect you. You could go out into the middle of Death Valley wearing one of these hoodies and stand there for 24 hours in dead heat. Well, I guess a lot of that would be nighttime, and not get even a slight sunburn anywhere where you're covered here. Yeah, they will protect you from the sun. You don't need to worry about the effectiveness of the technology. We've got it. We have figured out the secret to not getting sunburn. Would this not make you sweaty as fuck? No, these are super breathable. They're a tech fabric. They are cheap. Yeah, this one's $18. And eyesight? Yeah, you'd want to wear shades too, for sure. What about denim? Well, denim will protect you from sunburns because denim is typically very, very thick. It'll protect you from UV. You'll probably sweat yourself to death, though. Do they degrade with use? UV clothing? Yes, but very slowly. Like, you'll be fine for a while. Look at ponchos. Ponchos are great. Denim has a UPF rating of like 5. No, that's not true. A thick item of clothing will protect you well. The thing that makes this clothing special is that it's extremely thin while protecting you. I just Googled UPF rating for jeans, and the result that I got was standard denim jeans offer excellent sun protection, often providing a natural ultraviolet protection factor well above 1700. But it's very warm, so you'll get sweaty and then you'll die. You want light, breathable clothing, not just you know, thick clothing. Guessing linen isn't as good? Well, it's super breathable. Whereas a standard linen shirt offers a UPF rating of just 5. So typically you want to layer if you're wearing just like a light linen shirt. Or you can get some kind of UPF protected linen shirt, which is what I would go for. Wear lead pants. That will protect you. That will protect you. I think you can treat shirts to make them a little bit more UPF protective. Unfortunately, it's just difficult to do with natural fibers. Like, UPF clothing is almost always synthetic, which, again, is not innately bad. It's great for keeping you safe. Wool is good, but degrades over time. Please do not wear wool in 113 degree Fahrenheit weather. How dermatologists dress on the beach for people who think you're exaggerating. Yeah, I think I've seen the pictures or the video you're about to show me. Scenes from a dermatologist conference in Hawaii. People make fun of this, but, you know. They sure aren't getting sunburnt right now. Why make it in Hawaii, then? Because it's still nice being outdoors. I think the problem people have with this is that it's ugly, not so much that it's, like, protective, you know? Your skin is the largest organ? That's, well, maybe it's the largest organ on your body, buddy. Now, for me, something else has taken gold in that competition, if you know what I'm saying. I've never looked into it. Is this not as big of an issue for black people? Black people are more sun-resistant than we are, like, by a pretty good amount, but they also wear sunscreen. I think, like, just conventionally, or I don't know what you say, like, in day-to-day use, like, white people should probably put on sunscreen literally every time they go out for any length of time. And if you're black, like, not just light-skinned black, but, like, pretty black, you're probably fine going out a little bit because you have a much greater level of natural protection. But even if you're black and you're outside in the sun for more than, like, 15 minutes consecutively, like, if you're just, like, properly out in the sun, like you're going to the beach or whatever, you absolutely need sunscreen too. I think that it's just, like, a moderate level of slightly greater temporary protection. I'm half Mexican, I tan, but I never burn. Okay, but as we described earlier, even tanning is a sign of skin damage, not just burning. If you tan, that's great. Your body is responding to damage by protecting itself. A tan, in a way, is kind of like a callus against UV radiation, isn't it? Like, in the same way that wearing in calluses on your knuckles, you know, you injure yourself, therefore the skin gets tougher. It's kind of like that. Ponchos? Ponchos look great. Genuinely, extremely practical item of clothing. It's just that they're extremely ethnically tied to the American Southwest and to Mexico. So a lot of people, like, people probably wouldn't be wearing this shit in, like, the UK or whatever. But yeah, ponchos are a great item of clothing, for sure. 100%. I think they look great, too. You know? I think you can pull one off. SPF's been found to be bullshit? It depends. Sunscreen is very, 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 very important. However, there's a lot of nuance in the way sunscreen works and in, like, the volume of it you put on or you need to put on that can have different effects. You should wear sunscreen. Find a sunscreen that feels good in your skin. There's a lot of brands out there. That looks very warming, though. No. A good poncho will not warm you. Like, a summer poncho won't warm you. It will help you stay cool because it will be light and breathable. What sunscreen looks like under a UV camera? That sounds interesting. What is this video? Oh, UV camera. Okay, I gotcha. So to a UV camera, sunscreen looks racist. Gotcha. Interesting. Why did it have to be a white woman? Well, if it was a black woman, you wouldn't be able to tell how much of an effect it's having, right? Because to a UV camera, black people would already show up as darker. because of the melanin. Why not a Chinese woman? Implying that Chinese people aren't racist to black people. Okay, okay. Move it along, folks. Why does it absorb the UV? Should it not reflect it? I think it does both, but my understanding is that the way most sunscreens work is that they have a chemical ablative, kind of like a heat shield on a rocket re-entering Earth's atmosphere that absorbs the UV and burns off over time, which is why you have to reapply sunscreen. It's not like a mirror that you're reflecting all the light off of you. It's chemically like neutralizing the UV radiation. So you do need to apply more. You should apply more sunscreen than you think you need to. Also sweat? Yes, also sweat. You can sweat it off and so on. Can they not just then slather rockets with sunscreen for re-entry? I think that would work, like a tiny bit. It would work like 0.001% as well, but I mean, it wouldn't be nothing. Help just a little bit with one like tiny percentage of the total amount of, you know, heat radiation the thing's absorbing. Who knows? All right, that's enough. Stop.